Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is
kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me not like people tell lie for me.
Prime Minister and Party Leader Andrew Holness.
Is what happened to bold money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. Mm-hmm. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over 143,000 US dollars, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister.
And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
And I'm very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to bold money.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
The transformation. I just gave away 87 black tanks.
Is the best we have had.
Wagwan family. We have major news right here. Good morning, family. Good afternoon, some people in the world. Now we have major news this morning that both bad news for both and investors. Trustee report reveals SSL victims have limited recovery. Remember, Nigel Clark come to me and tell me, say, he might look $15 million to keep the lights on and pay the workers. Andrew owners echoed the same sentiments by telling us we need the workers to turn on access files and turn on computer. And I say, hold on there. Investigators don't want none of that. Cybercrime investigators don't want nobody there. We hear them talk like say them a pay back the worker them some of them money. You never hear people. I be like them people I tell me, you know. Me say if you don't learn by now, see social media. I be like them tell you to your face. This administration. Now, the same people who are responsible for FinSac is the same vein. So we're going to trace the DNA. So according to Jamaica #1 economist, Mr. Hyman, we're going to see where this thing come from. Remember, no got jail feet, you know. Same thing with FinSac. Hurt people, here we go again. Who got jail? The only thing on the FinSac, they never have us. So they get away with a lot of things. Now you have social media, I will say SSL. The same people, the people who want to know, are the same people them. According to Mr. Hyman. When I hear me say, let's listen.
Trace the DNA of SSL for me, can you?
Well, one of the biggest contributors to the financial meltdown was the Eagle Group. Yeah? SSL was formerly what we call Paul Chenyong and Company. That was the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. You with me? Yeah? The man who used to run SSL, Mr. Croskery, he was the man who was running Paul Chenyong and Company, the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. So that's where it came from. They went down with 14 billion and change for the tax year.
That is in the FinSac era.
40 billion FinSac money that we're talking about. They to them amount was $14 million.
14 million.
Billion.
And if we equate that today to today's money,
that would be like 50 billion now.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Real money we're talking about, because back in the day, the dollar was better valued.
Yeah, man.
So the DNA of SSL come from down there, sir?
Yeah, man, from the Eagle Group.
The bloodline.
Yeah, man.
So the Uruguayan people, when it's what reach Jamaica, are the same people them again. That's why I tell us, Labour and PNP. And we always get hurt, you know. While we come out and push up fist and push up finger. Are the same brown skin man them. I could listen to the news this man. I could read what I go on now. Bad news for investors. Share the video, people. Please like and all them things. Get active in the comment section. Don't just come down and sit down on my yard and near my food and now. Come on, man. Water my garden, feed me fish, feed me bird. Walk my dog if need be. Anyway, like the thing of people, keep it going. Participate from my platform. Don't just come here and be no dead weight. Participate when you come here. Come and put in work. The least you could have do, I work your finger. You see me and say, all right, let's get tonight. Tough luck. Trustee report reveals SSL victims have limited recovery. Victims of an alleged fraud that took place at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, are likely to see next to no recovery of their money. According to a recent file, Trustee report, which estimated $4 billion in losses for under 300 client accounts. The investment house is currently bankrupt and being wound up under the supervision of the court, confirmed Trustee Cady and Campbell of Praise Trustee Limited. Who got jail? We see the FinSac report turn out to be just a study. We don't get a full report. After $200 million is spent from taxpayers' coffers to investigate what happened during the FinSac era. All know we don't get a report. Them boy they not got jail. Them boy not got jail. They get to move on to new jobs, new companies with new names. Man get to take their money out. Them boy not got jail for poor people sitting. I'm going to look at son and daughter got prison boy. Them boy not got jail for them made that thing.
Prime Minister and Party Leader Andrew Holness.
Is what happened to borrowed money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over 143,000 US dollars, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister.
And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
and I am very lucky.
Prime Minister and party leader.
So there you are, one people. Prime Minister open bank account with no money in it. Not one penny used to open the account. And in a couple of days, over 160,000 US dollars find its way to that account from SSL. Now we are here to SSL. Now have no money. So now, make a read. Hold on, before me read to backside, something coming to my mind. So if SSL not no money for pay by the investors, come in, you nobody talk about taxpayers' money now. Andrew owners go take taxpayers' money, my Nigel Clark. Go put in a SSL. Money from the banana catastrophe fund. Money from agriculture ministry. Remember me I tell you now. Money from the Ministry of Health. MOH. Money from NIS. Taxpayers' money. And money from National Housing Trust. People, these money are in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Banana catastrophe fund, that money come from Europe to aid banana farmers who are suffering the black mold. How did that money end up in a SSL? The Ministry of Agriculture. How did that money end up in a SSL? A company like that. The Ministry of Health. How did that money end up in a SSL? NIS money. How did that end up in an SSL? National Housing Trust money. How did that end up in an SSL? And remember, National Housing Trust money also ended up in a Nexim Holdings. Them supposed to build 200 houses and none was built. Send back the money me yesterday, house that was built but never handed over to the government, according to what me Dayton Campbell has said. So that means that we're not going to get back the money. Taxpayers not going to get back the money. Clark gone and now going to tell we. Hundreds of millions of dollars gone, people. Clark gone and now going to tell we who $500 million spent to. Who the government have contract with. What am I spending? $500 million on empty tax administration building. People them treat you like a little picnic. You're stupid. Them take Jamaica people dumb. That taxpayers' money are spent. And they decide to say, Yaga must go and who the government have contract with and why our money being spent on empty building. I pay a thief in thing I go on with them this administration. You know. We have the FinSac. Nigel Clark thinks they could have dropped a hot one before him leave, but all that backfired. The FinSac, whatever him drop out there, that is not a report. It backfire. Can I show more dirt on the Labour Right part and show how teeth them be from then? And it show a reflection now. I want you guys to understand that. And for all the guys and people that join me, listen one more time before I continue reading.
Trace the DNA of SSL for me. Can you?
Well, one of the biggest contributors to the financial meltdown was the Eagle Group. Yeah? SSL was formerly what we call Paul Chenyon and Company. That was the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. You with me? Yeah? The man who used to run SSL, Mr. Crofterry, he was the man who was running Paul Chenyon and Company, the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. So that's where it came from. They went down with 14 billion and change for the taxpayer.
That is in the FinSac era.
40 billion FinSac money that we're talking about. They to them amount was $14 million.
14 million.
Billion.
And if we equate that today to today's money,
that would be like 50 billion now.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Real money we're talking about because back in the day, the dollar was better valued.
Yeah, man.
So the DNA of SSL come from down there, sir?
Yeah, man, from the Eagle Group.
The bloodline?
Yeah, man.
Same people, them people. Nobody got jail because they take Jamaicans for fool. Everybody come hustle we, fool we, take from we. Everybody under every administration because the people them don't stand up for them legacy and what is rightfully theirs. Everybody come abuse us under every administration, my people. But you see the administration here, we have never seen anything like this before. It's a rogue group. The 49 of them in my eyes are not but some criminals. I saw me look upon them. You want them to say nobody in the Labour Right Party can stand up for rights and justice and truth. You want them to say everybody has criminal minds. You want to tell me nobody in the Labour Right Party can stand up for what is right. Everybody does go along with the nonsense. Nobody, like there's nobody with nothing in them. No look at integrity, no good character. Nobody have no nothing, no conscience. Nobody from the Labour Right Party. You want to tell me say everybody from the Labour Right Party have criminal mind and a plan for thief from the people them and don't want nobody to find out and a cover up from crooks who are thief from the people. Nobody in the Labour Right Party. You want me to tell me say the whole 49 of them are thief? Somebody need to tell me what I want because I can't make nothing of it. No, let's continue. The pro farmer, let me read this back over. I don't know if you hear this. The investment house is currently bankrupt and being wound up under the supervision of the court-confirmed trustee Cadian Campbell of Praise Trustee Limited. The pro forma balance sheet of the company showed that it had assets of $770.45 million, with $670.12 million being due from related parties. However, there was a deficit of $364.97 million after accounting for the various liabilities that SSL had accumulated up to May 31. Una hear what I want, people? In the three scenarios presented to realize that the value of remaining assets on the books, the category 4 creditors, i.e., that is, affected trust claimants or SSL clients who were allegedly defrauded, and SSL promissory note holders would receive no distributions after payments are made to cover the winding up and pay the tax authorities. People, what the clot? Them, Mr. want to see the SSL report, Nigel. And we don't want a reduction like we do to the FinStack. A matter of fact, we need to see the full FinStack report. You guys just decide to just do the country, so? Eh? And just get away with it? With the you know? We are looking at? No, sir. No, sir. Then I'll get the money on backside. So promissory, so they must appear the government taxes to make sure say government get theirs and everybody else. At the other day, me say SSL hand out $11 billion to investors. Who remember that? We saw that in the paper. 11 billion. We saw SSL was handing out people $11 billion to investors. Where them get that money from? I know them can do that to some people, and it look like the poor Jamaican people might get screwed over. It look like the poor Jamaicans about to get screwed over right here. It may, however, be moot whether these claims are included. As it stands, no, there will be no funds available to make any distribution to these category 4 creditors unless the proposed SSL Victims Compensation Fund is funded via recovery from the unaffected claimants and or otherwise resulting from court action, stated Campbell's redacted and reissued report filed in the Supreme Court of Jamaica. Peer reduction, hide. The proposed SSL Victims Compensation Fund would be funded from a 7.5% quasi-management fee applied on SSL's off-balance sheet portfolio or remaining unaffected client's asset. That fee would bring in an estimated $345 million. That fee would bring in an estimated $345 million, which would see 153.50 million being allocated to the compensation fund. According to the trustee, the compensation fund would be directed towards victims affected, trust claimants with a contingent claim who were victims of the alleged fraud committed by Jean and Pantan. On the hear that? Just Jean Pantan we are here, you know. When I hear nobody else, you notice. How we are here? Jean and Pantan lift up everybody money look like nobody else to be looked at here. I just she alone. What a thingy. Pantan, a former SSL wealth advisor, accused of fleecing roughly $940 million. Wanna believe that, people? Wanna believe that Jean and Panta fleeced $940 million? But before I start read this, I also read for you and did several videos where Jean and Pantan came out and said she did it on behalf of the boss, SSL boss. She did not steal this money for herself. She was promised something. It's like it was a scheme, and the woman they behind jail already by herself. And law enforcement at Jamaica go and like say them now here. Jean and Pantan say as she and SSL boss, Mr. Cascary, involved in this scheme. Jamaica authorities go and like say them now here, so there's an accomplice. Jamaica's authority go and like them now here. So Jean and Pantan couldn't lift this up alone. She said she did it on a premise. Them promise our people. Boy, according to the trustee, the compensation fund would be directed towards victims affected, trust claimants with a contingent claim who were victims of the alleged fraud committed by Jean and Pantan. You see, she left hang up with the bag. Pantan, a former SSL wealth advisor, accused of fleecing roughly $940 million for more than 30 SSL clients over a 10-year period. You hear that? Has been indicted on 3 counts of larceny as a servant, 3 counts of falsification of accounts, 5 counts of forgery. So hold on. I'm going $940 million she thief. What happened to the rest? 10-year period has indicated she has been indicted, on 3 counts of larceny as a servant, 3 counts of falsification of accounts, 5 counts of forgery, 5 counts of uttering forged documents, 3 counts of engaging in transaction involving stolen property, and 3 counts of breaches of the Cyber Crimes Act. She is the only person so far charged in relation to the alleged fraud. Nigel Clark tell us say them do investigation and other people have come up soon. Don't it? I be a lie them tell upon this, you know. Nigel Clark, I be a lie you tell me, no brother. Nigel Clark, I be a lie you tell upon this, you know. Chaja. The proposed SSL Victims Compensation Fund pales in comparison to the purported fraud that has been announced by the Financial Investigations Division, but is in the ballpark of what has been recorded on SSL's balance sheet for a contingent liability. One notable victim is Wellgen Limited, a company connected to track and field legend Usain Bolt, which is missing $6.1 million to an estimated $12 million in fund. A co-founder of a major hardware business also has reported losses to this region. Oh, so they show somebody else tonight. So none of them is Ford and Wellgen alone. You know, we are here about other people to come here. So enough people lose money and them shame. Me say people now at the party, JLP party lose money. Some people have said that's why such man give them the 300% raise to pay them off to quiet them down. Come here, say labor lose money and just such man alone. Sorry, never lose none to my understanding, and just Hussein alone and other investors. Me say that's why such man pay them off with the big old razor, because the raise don't make no sense to nobody. A co-founder of a major hardware business also has reported losses in this region. SSL received $1 million from its Fidelity insurance policy in September 2023, but those proceeds were already used in running the operations of the company when it was under temporary management by the Financial Service commission. Then Nigel Clark, boy, $15 million a month Nigel Clark came to ask us for. Some said the money come from September 2023, October, November, December, January, February, almost under a year. Then boy, I say we can't believe a number or a letter coming from this party. This looks like it's a criminal organization instead of a government. SSL received $1 million US from its Fidelity Insurance in September 2023. But those proceeds were already used in running the operations of the company when it was under temporary management by the Financial Services Commission. Campbell's report explained that aggressive recovery of the related party balances might be limited due to SSL's proprietary estate's current state of affairs.
Trace the DNA of SSL for me, can you?
Well, one of the biggest contributors to the financial meltdown was the Eagle Group. Yeah? SSL was formerly what we call Paul Chenyong and Company. That was the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. You with me? Yeah? The man who used to run SSL, Mr. Croskery, he was the man who was running Paul Chenyong and Company, the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. So that's where it came from. They went down with 14 billion and change for the tax year.
That is in the FinSac era.
40 billion FinSac money that we're talking about. They to them amount was $14 million.
14 million.
Billion.
And if we equate that today to today's money,
that would be like 50 billion now.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Real money we're talking about, because back in the day, the dollar was better valued.
Yeah, man.
So the DNA of SSL come from down there, sir.
Yeah, man, from the Eagle Group.
The bloodline.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened right there, so. I if I touch something and something touched me. Yeah? So make a about this SSL stuff. Sorry about that, guys. You wanna hear me? Yeah, man. Producer, you hear me? Sorry, man. When I hear me now, people. We don't know what happened there, so. Phone just go mute. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, when me see her call me about the sound. Sorry about that. Me never know so long. Me not talk to you. Not hear me. Damn. So people, will never hear me and read. Damn. So all of that reading, me read again. Come love read. Nothing are going on, people. La 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 la. Sorry about that, guys. I did not know that. You know, and I read me, and I look on the comment, my head very nutty, the tablet. Let's go to a short break and I'll be right back.
Trace the DNA of SSL for me. Can you?
Well, one of the biggest contributors to the financial meltdown was the Eagle Group. Yeah? SSL was formerly what we call Paul Young and Company. That was the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. You with me? Yeah, the man who used to run SSL, Mr. Cross Kerry, he was the man who was running Paul Young and Company, the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. So that's where it came from. They went down with 14 billion and change for the taxpayer.
That is in the FinSac era.
40 billion FinSac money that we're talking about. They to them amount was $14 million.
14 million.
Billion.
And if we equate that today to today's money,
that would be like 50 billion now.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Real money we're talking about, because back in the day, the dollar was better valued.
Yeah, man.
So the DNA of SSL come from down there, sir.
Yeah, man, from the Eagle Group.
The bloodline.
Yeah, man.
All right, family, let me get back where we stop. We know you'll probably hear this. Campbell's report explained that aggressive recovery of the related party balances might be limited due to SSL Property Estate's current state of affairs. Want to hear that? All right. And then we went to a break. And yeah, sorry about that, guys. Try not to do it again. He suggested that it might be appropriate for a discussion to be had with the committee of the inspection to trigger the winding up of the related parties and bring them under some formal administration to potentially recover related party balances. It is to be further acquired into whether some imprudent investments were made with and through these entities, since it does appear that some client funds were used to finance these investments. It was also warranted to further inquire into whether, in other instances, clients were induced into investment in SSL Growth Equity Limited and Delta by key representatives. So may I ask many times, who introduced Usain Bolt to this? Respect, Wayne. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Respect, producer. Yeah, man. May I ask who introduced Bolt to this? Some clients have asserted that they gave no instructions, no authorizations to make these investments, and are surprised that they were part of their holdings, stated the trustee report. I want to hear what I go on here. So some clients have asserted that they gave no instructions, no authorization to make these investments and are surprised that they were part of their holdings, stated the trustee report. Just like how we never give no authorization and instructions for the government to put money from the Banana Catastrophe Fund, the Agriculture Ministry, Ministry of Health, NIS, and NHT money in the hundreds of millions of dollars in SSL. We never know about them type of investment there. I think that was done behind our back. Just like the Nexim Holdings, that's how I feel. The report noted that most of SSL balance sheet is currently built up of related party balances, with parent company SSL GEL owing the firm 391.32 million, SSL Capital Cayman owing 222.26 million, Delta Capital Partners Limited owing 47 million, and others owing 9.54 million. SSL Growth Equity directly owns 62.5% of the SSL with George Shea. So like a Chinaman owning the remaining 37.50% of the company. Hugh Croskery directly owns 23.30% of SSL Growth Equity with his family interests including Mark Croskery, Sarah Meany, Philip Croskery, adding up to 51.41%. Let me go again. It's a family affair. Hugh Croskery directly owns 23.30% of SSL Growth Equity with his family interests, including Mark Croskery, Sarah Meany, and Philip Croskery, adding up to 51.41%. You see that? So that's more. 51.41%. Check the 51, okay? Most. Shea was referenced as being the apparent largest beneficial owner of SSL. I should point out that although outside of the scope of my appointment, the information available to me suggests that the SSL GEL would be both balance sheet and cash flow insolvent. It would be expected that this would have been aggravated by the status of SSL, which it had relied on for financial, managerial, and governance support. That is, the subsidiary was in fact taking care of the parent company, Campbell explained on the status of SSL Growth Equity. Before January 23, 2023, when news of the alleged fraud became public, SSL Growth Equity and SSL had entered into a settlement agreement in December 2022, under which SSL Growth Equity would transfer its assets directly to SSL to reduce the debt of the securities dealer. Some of these assets included its shareholdings in SSL Assets Management, Cayman Limited, SSL Capital, Cayman Limited, and company in the Cayman Islands, which owns the franchise rights of Papa John's Pizza in the territory, and a 20% stake in Jamaican water firm Lifespan Company Limited. However, it does not appear that these asset transfers were consecrated based on SSL's most recent financial statements. Also, Papa John's Pizza closed its operations in the Cayman Island in March 2023, which further reduces the value of SSL Capital Cayman. What? SSL Growth Equity is the subject of different lawsuits, including one from Shea and Spectrum Capital Partners Limited. Delta Capital Partners was formed by Zachary Harding in July 2020 as a private equity firm with Delta Capital Holdings Limited, formerly SSL Investment Limited, are the same people used as a vehicle to invest in different ventures. According to the Trustee report, Delta Capital has invested in several equity and loan deals in the region, most of which have not turned out favorably. They flopped. The receivable amount represents amounts advanced to provide working capital support to Delta Capital. A portion, 49.69 million, after which was repaid in 2023. Delta Capital's deal to acquire MasterCard, which is Barbados, MasterCard Barbados Limited credit card portfolio fizzled when Massey Holdings Limited terminated the deal. Hugh Croskery was an equal owner in Delta Capital along with Harding up to 2022 when he surrendered his interest in the firm. Harding is listed as the largest owner of Delta Capital Partners with 57.5%. Ivan Carter is the second largest shareholder with a 30% stake up till December 2022. Carter resigned from Delta Capital's board in March this year, 2024. The other category 4 creditors, but hold on there. Carter resigned from Delta Capital board in March 2024. Then Croskery wasn't resigned to step down and say, boy, I'm not own nothing now, right? Me just say. That him they say. All right, we just allow, Wagwan Jamaica is on the poor man got jail here. The other category 4 creditors include the 75 SSL promissory note holders. Jaja people. We want to see more information on this. Everything said, yo, no man got jail for Finsack, you know. Whether PNP and Labour, you know, some of them dead and gone and left the wealth to them picnic, you know. And left people suffering, you know. Right? So now, in this era, we're going to allow this to slide. When we have social media, we have spotlight, we're more smarter, more. No, we're not going to let this go. The other category 4 creditors include the 75 SSL promissory note holders. These are category 4 creditors. So they got category 1, 2, 3, hey. So the $11 billion, where when we hear say SSL give out to investors, our category 1 and 2, get that type of money. But listen to this. The other category 4 creditors include the 75 SSL promissory note holders who are owed $750.93 million by the firm. Most of SSL clients base, listen to these people, tell me if they're different from the scam of them. We are called old people of foreign and I try to scam something from them. Most of SSL's client base are senior citizens. Ransom McLean, Wagwan. Shami and Dover, Wagwan. Bless up everybody with this. So. Michael Bennett, Wagwan. Moderator Debbie Jervis, go and hold the fort. People, I want to hear Wagwan. And nobody now got jail, but tell people. Sad news about and the rest of people them. The other category 4 creditors include the 75 SSL promissory note holders who are owed $750.93 million by the firm. Most of SSL client base are senior citizens who have retired or were near retirement. Oh God. It's bad, you know. Imagine anyone away there fine right now. Imagine we have put everything in that because yard we are come now. Just imagine, or you recoup that in your old days. Remember, you get old and the bone get old and tired. You can't work so hard at fire like you work in your younger days. So all the young days, like Miss Ford, she lost what? $830,000 US. Miss Ford lost the lady in her what? 80-year-old Miss Ford. She lost $830,000 US. Either 830 or 730, one out of the 2,000, but it's close. Miss Ford lost, I think, is 830 or 730. One of them 30 there. 1,000 US dollars. The woman 80-year-old. How she gonna make that back? How? How Miss Ford gonna do that again? Tell me how Miss Ford gonna do that again now? Eh? Most of SSL clients base are senior citizens. I want to tell me say government not come up on them more harder. Government not come up on them more harder. People means enough people get screwed up but they're not talking to embarrass. Most of SSL clients are senior citizens who have retired or were near retirement. Although email have been sent to more than 6,000 SSL clients. Since June, fewer than 800 clients have responded to Campbell. A compensation fund could have been established under FSC Act to benefit customers of financial institutions who suffered pecuniary monetary loss from the operation of any entity. However, there is no publicly available information that this fund was ever established after the FSC came into existence in August 2001. The FSC and its staff were provided immunity from any liability under Section 22 of the FSC Act. A virtual case management conference will be held today at 2:15 p.m. in the Court of Appeal as the FSC appeals the verdict of the Justice David Batts, which favored the respondents, Campbell and SSL. This hearing takes place just ahead of the first creditors and claimant meeting, which will be held online and in person at 10 a.m. on Friday at Summit. Only you are going, people. Nobody are going to jail. Nobody are going to jail. Like, seriously, like nobody are going to jail for all of this stuff. We all hear about the FinSac. Nobody went to jail. We have SSL. We don't learn nothing from FinSac. We don't put nothing in place. Here we go again. Nobody got jail. Miss Ford, Usain Bolt, and all these senior citizens are people who are close to retirement. They will not get about their money. Them say, boy, like most of these people, they have a contact back SSL them. We don't know them, I think. Why more people don't come out who lose money? I believe enough of them clients that to me are some fake name. I honestly believe some of them clients, them at the hand, they them having night invest. We believe a politician themselves, I use fake name. They're not gonna come forward. I might be wrong. I stand to be corrected. A politician and a friend I use fake name, I have taxpayers' money, thief and hide off in there and invest in a different name. How much people believe say lost money and now come up front? You're not idiot. From the day I hear them attack, you know, from me them attack about how much people come up. You know, long this SSL stuff out there. How you believe say clients now get involved, now get in touch with Uno? No, to me, it's a way. Oh, people, like I said, I might be wrong. I stand to be corrected. But this is how I feel. This is what I believe. That politician hide money night, you know, just dopey name, John Doe name, and they never expect it to crash. So if it never crash now, politicians in a banking pan John Doe name and Mary Jane name or any other fake name, then them put it in. Look on it good now. Look on it. Remember, if you control the bank, you control this investment firm, you're a politician, you control everybody around you, and nothing can stop you from doing that. You know? What is going to stop you from receiving money if you control the man of the investment firm, you're my friend? What can stop you from invest in other people's name to hide your money? Mr. Ono, come here. Look at my argument, makes sense. Me hear them talk about how much client don't come in for their money. I really believe there were no other clients. Unless them dead and in our family. I believe most of these clients that them talk about are politician and a business friend. There's no real senior citizen behind it. I believe, like I said, I might be wrong, but this is how I feel. That there might not be no name to those real name other than politician and them rich friend. I put extra hand in it for maximum profit. Them a profit go deep. So just throw a whole heap of hand in it, get all 10 different names when I have nothing connected to it, along with theirs. Because if you control it, the firm will work with you. If the investment firm is willing to play a game, the bank's willing to play a game, you're already there already, you control everything. Why not? People, this is crazy. I want you guys to go read the full of this report because the thing when they put on the paper. Because only rich people get to a Jamaica, man. Poor people get locked up. Poor people get locked up. I hope my argument makes sense, you know. I believe a lot of them accounts where you hear them talk about and all clients don't come up. All clients are come up on a thief in money, politician a thief. I don't want nobody knows so them a thief money and put in a different name. They're not gonna come up. Like I said, I might be wrong, but he's the son of a Rasta man, we think different. Me think different. How the hell people are gonna lose money and hear this SSL from long time and not come say something? No, sir. I stand to be corrected, but I believe a politician, them and them rich friend them, have whole heap of hand in it. But if my name Carlos Gray, we already invest money in it, man. But all the money I go good before it crash. Brother, me need more hand in it. But me have whole for money to invest, but me don't want nobody know say my money because you know really pen out with the money where I make. Everybody gonna know say a thief in money. So how best to use thief in money in a firm where you control them now watch your name. Them gonna start give you your money because yeah, they know say your name John Brown, you can't say your name Harry and invest in it. And the boss will allow you. You know? Remember KD night tell we say no, they're accomplices and this brother couldn't do it all by himself. You understand me? So I believe many of this name where Edom said people now come up front. Yeah, them send out email and people don't come up front. What email or what people are sent to? None of them now come up front because I believe a politician and businessmen who invest in the firm with some wrong money, what them can't claim. It's like when somebody thief drugs money from you, you can't go tell police. If people thief drugs money from you, what police you gonna tell? Eh? Let me tell you some people. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Because from last year, me them talk about how the clients have now come forward. Come on, man. Me they are foreigner invest in something for my retirement. Because most of the people in my retired people are close to retirement age. I mean, here's some money gone. How the hell me gonna stay quiet and don't inquire where my money there? From last year, me hear them throw them thing out, you know. I mean, I said, you know, say them boy I tell you a lie. Me say, you know, say them boy I just invest in another name because it's a feeding frenzy. Me already have my name in it already. How me can make some more money? Well, you can use some other people's names, some fictitious name. We got you, man. And we run this firm here. Who's gonna snitch on you? Who's gonna snitch on you? Who's gonna tell lie on you? Who's gonna say, hey, are you do that over this? Who's gonna report you? We are all in the game together. The owner himself could be doing the same thing. And the owners could be doing the same thing. Any investor could be doing the same thing. That's what I feel. Like I said, I might be wrong, but that's what I believe. Now, people, thank you so much for watching this video. As usual, I am a student in their guys' class. But I show you all the same man them get to do it from FinSac days. Make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. If this is the first time on my platform, I like the presentation. Go ahead and subscribe, family. The same man them again come with people. And they're not new, you know. It's just that people held accountable. And the paper and the labor at open seas in Jamaica for poor people to gift them.
Trace the DNA of SSL for me. Can you?
Well, one of the biggest contributors to the financial meltdown was the Eagle Group. Yeah? SSL was formerly what we call Paul Chenyon and Company. That was the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. You with me? Yeah, the man who used to run SSL, Mr. Croskery, he was the man who was running Paul Chenyon and Company, the stockbroking arm of the Eagle Group. So that's where it came from. They went down with 14 billion and change for the tax year.
That is in the FinSac era.
40 billion FinSac money that we're talking about. So then amount was $14 billion.
14 million.
Billion.
And if we equate that today to today's money,
that would be like 50 billion now.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Real money we're talking about because back in the day, the dollar was better valued.
Yeah, man.
So the DNA of SSL come from down there, sir?
Yeah, man, from the Eagle Group.
The bloodline.
Yeah, man.
So there you are, going people. Thank you for watching this video. Share it. If you think somebody should hear it. Enough things are going on, people. Let's take a big idiot, you know. Jamaican people. Let's take a big old idiot. 9 o'clock, I give a look. Pinsack scribble. Things him do the most. Say give the PNP a last lick before him left. But what him do is expose him own Labour Party. I will find out the DNA of SSL is the same thing like Pinsack. The same name I call upon SSL. The same thing I call upon Pinsack. Because people are going to jail. And they will do it again. They will do it all over again. They will do it all over again. PNP government, Labour government, friendly to some type of people. It's you and I who are push up fists and a ring bell against these politicians and them investor friends. PSOJ. Remember, them now put PSOJ behind we. They now put we before them. Investor come first. And every day them in the office them serve, it seems as if they must serve for the rich. How is it the same thing happening at Pinsack? Happen now. How is it to spend so much money, $200 million? I've not seen a report. Nobody don't study nothing. Nobody don't learn nothing from Pinsack after $200 million. You know what? This $200 million that them used to investigate Pinsack need to be investigated. We need to investigate this money what them used to investigate Pinsack. We're not too damn thief, man. Thank you so much, people. Talk to you guys later. Then boy, I forgot jail.
I hear man talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me don't like people tell lie for me.
Prime Minister and Party Leader
and Jehovah's.
Is what happened to bold money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over $143,000 US, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister.
And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
And I am very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to bold money.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
The transformation. I just gave away 87 black tanks.
Is the best we have had.
That is why we did something like the reverse tax credit. Never before in Jamaica's history, where the government is giving back to people who earn less than $3 million per year. Never before happened. That's a way in which we are making sure that the dividends of the good economic management reaches to the people. Yes, good economic management can yam.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. Calls for us to think and think deep.